They say we going live. We might be live. All right. Hold on. Just wait a second. Just wanna. I don't think this will be a long one. I got a lot of boxes in my basement. But, all right. I'm a little live now. I don't know. I didn't want to do that. Oh, that's how you do these things. You can hear me. You see and you hear me. Okay. Is there any music playing or no? I hear music. Right now, I don't know who's here. Okay. All right, good. Well, I guess I'll get started. It's a quick update for the website. Um, I've not forgotten about it or anything like that, but I do need some patience because right now expecting a expecting my first son this weekend. Right now, that's going to be first child, not first son. I don't have any other kids. First child, who happens to be a son, this weekend, and I went back to school. So I wanted to do this video as a quick little update. Um, I don't know how anyone else does these things, but I wanted to get a couple things off my chest, though. Oh my God. My name is George, writer at Honesty Lies Here blog from the great state of New Jersey. Been here probably all of my life. And recently I went to go get a firearms license. And I thought that this would be a more straightforward process, but it is not. My application has been withdrawn 3 times for clinical stuff, like not putting the correct date in the correct spot, or what they do last time. Oh, jeez, I don't remember. But the last time actually was because I did so many applications. They said that put my fingerprints to an application that was withdrawn, and there's nothing they can do about it in the system. So now I gotta do it all over again. So that's gonna be fun. But once I get that squared away, I should be smooth sailing. Um, in the meantime, I think the the blogs. I'm working on a couple right now. You should expect one or two articles maybe this week. I don't know. Depends how I'm feeling. Uh, I've done a lot of TV watching lately. Uh, I want to share my thoughts on that real quick. Bel Air. I'm a huge Fresh Prince fan. This was like one of my favorite shows from back in the day. They did a nice little remake on Peacock, and I don't love it. They changed the characters a lot more, more, more than the others. Biggest guy was Carlton. First off, they made him African. Carlton is 100% American, but they made him real African. Then they made him a stereo, no, a caricature of a black conservative. Absolutely terrible. He lets the whites walk right over him. Plays the cross. Listens to rap music. It just this new Carlton doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Um, he's gonna have to do a lot to redeem himself. I was telling my wife that he may need to be shot or something, and then I'll start liking him again. He's been out of control. I see Ashley. They changed her a little bit. I think now she's going to be part of the rainbow. But we'll see what how that one goes. I had more lighting. Lighting's all terrible. There we go. Hillary, they made her very dark skinned, which is okay, but I don't. They make her a cook too. I don't think Hillary in the '90s was a cook. I think she had her own business or something like that. But so far, Bel Air entertains me. I'm not gonna say because I dislike some of the characters. I dislike the whole show. I'm willing to watch this out to see how far it goes. Uh, the second show I was watching was Love Is Blind. The show, never seen it before. A quick rundown would be it's like 14 or 20 contestants, and they separate them, guys and girls, and they communicate with the opposite sex without seeing each other. And then the only way they can see each other if they happen to propose. This show is out of control. I mean, the first season, you have people proposing. Oh yeah, once they propose, then you get to see what everyone looks like, and you see people saying like, "Oh, that's who I was talking to. I picked incorrectly. I should have went with that guy or that girl." And this season is no different. You have a guy that I think he's going down in the Dirty Mac and Hall of Fame. I believe his name is Jarrett. Just think of Joe's "All the Things That Your Man Won't Do" song, and he's willing to do everything, and he lets her know too. So that's been really crazy. Um, oh, it's 30 people total, 15 guys, 15 girls. Okay. Um, yeah, there's some characters on there. They just complain a little bit too much. Um, Reeks of desperateness. I personally think no one will get married, but you know, there's a lot of surprises with these type of shows. Um, I think the last time I ramble off about is the Kanye documentary on Netflix. It's called Genius. The first episode just came out. Excellent so far, especially if you like College Dropout, because everything he rapped about on that album, he's talking about in the documentary, and it's truly for the fans. You appreciate his story. It's quite inspiring. And then the interactions with him and his mother, you really see that she was a key cog in his development. It's wonderful to see. Um, Speaking of Kanye, he's been he's been on social media talking crazy. The man's trying to get back his wife, and I think that he wants to win over the court of public opinion, so it doesn't get used against him in the court of law. A lot of people I know tell me when they're going through these uh, these divorces and parental court, you get real messy. So many of them like to document everything they're doing once the process starts, just so they can let the judge know that they do care about their child's lives. Fully understandable. Kanye, I think this is what he thinks he's doing, because everything he talks about, he always brings back to the kids. Even when he threatens or non-threatens his ex-wife's, I guess the current boyfriend, but I don't believe a lot of that stuff. But he takes pictures with her in public, and that's good enough for me. Kanye doesn't like this. Went from moving across the street from them to showing up to a birthday party. May or may not have been uninvited, but all of this, he's just trying to show that he's in his child's life, and he can balance the chaos that he is bringing towards him. I think he'll be fine. His new album, Donda, is supposedly supposed to come out sometime this month. It's on his platform that he's dealing with. What you need to know is his device where you can customize the sounds and the tones of every song. It costs about 200. If it's on that 4 for play, I might get it, but considering I have a child on the way, I might have to wait this out or find some money somewhere. Now, I want to go through some of these Twitter trends. I wish I knew how to show this while streaming, but nothing. One thing I want to talk about this Putin news with Ukraine. Um, this was a nothing burger from the beginning. Russia is nowhere on America's radar in terms of fighting power, economics. They're more of like a more technology based economy, and we're very good with our economy. I don't understand why anyone took them seriously. They're not going to start another war. You don't have to worry about them. Raw's on. Okay. Why is Kyle Rittenhouse trending? Reason. Oh, is he on Tucker Carlson? Okay. Good for you, Kyle. Good for you. Oh, you're about to sue. I think Kyle Rittenhouse is going to sue some people. Okay. I never thought Kyle Rittenhouse was guilty. I thought the evidence against him was flimsy at best. And I think he wants to sue some people. He has an announcement coming up. I can't tell. Is this accountability project? They say he should be accountable. Come on, guys! You can't believe all that propaganda. He didn't break any laws. He's going to sue Whitney Goldberg and Check from the Young Turks. He could sue a lot of people. I think that a lot of people lied on him and then had to backtrack everything he said. It's not going to be good. GoFundMe, I think he should definitely sue because he got about a couple. I think got like $1 million from GoFundMe, and then they removed his money and said that they can't fund a fundraiser for a criminal, and that's fair and honorable. Wait it out. But they did not cancel the GoFundMe for I think his name is Ray Sharp Brooks. No, not Brooks. Who was that guy? In um, was it Kenosha? Last year, he got shot by police by grabbing a knife. Hold on. Terrible with names. I think it's the knife, picking up fight. Jacob Blake, that's his name. Yeah, Jacob Blake had a GoFundMe. I think his GoFundMe got about 3 million from that, and then he attempted to sue the city for getting shot at by the police. And his case got dismissed a couple times because the judge didn't feel like he had a strong enough case. And I think the second time he came back, they looked him up and found out he owed child support. So when they locked him up, that GoFundMe money went to his lawyers and it went to the mother of his child. And unfortunately, Jacob Blake didn't see a dime of that 3 million. GoFundMe didn't shut down that page though. Even though it didn't go to him, I think if you set that standard, you want criminals holding money, you should have actually shut down his GoFundMe as well. Twitter's funny. David. More tension between America and Russia. A lot of stuff about Russia. And one Russia story is missing. From the head Democrat in charge, HRC, Hillary Clinton, I don't see anything about her. I don't know if you're up to speed or not, but during the Super Bowl weekend, it came out that everything Hillary Clinton said about Trump involved with Russia turns out was a lie, and she orchestrated the whole thing. This comes down to like our country. They don't care too much about us. There are since 9/11, they've been doing too much. And one of the biggest laws they have on the books right now is that Patriot Act, where they can spy and monitor everybody, including the President of the United States. And Trump, he extended that. So he extended the policy so that they can spy on him throughout his whole presidency. And he had no clue. Well, I think he had a clue. But yeah, it's just too much power from our government. Like it's not a good thing that they have so much say over everyone's lives, and they're willing to use tax dollars for these petty fights amongst the elite. It's just not a good thing. But that just comes from they don't respect us. They feel that They are they have enough cash. They have enough influence over everyone that they can possibly do whatever they please, and we'll just continue to allow it. It's okay, you know. Nobody cares. It's fine. It is fine. Uh, Now, what else is trending here before I leave? Oh, Taiwan. Mm. Yeah, Putin. Oh, rest in peace, Paul Farmer. No jackets. Yeah. Yeah. Government don't respect us. Swamp is still alive. Um, I think my last point here before I go. Uh, okay, Hillary, I did. Yeah, this is up there with Watergate. Well, Hillary is up there with Watergate. Um, but she's gonna get off free because there's a statute of limitations on these type of crimes, and it's 5 years, I believe. So by the time they wrap this all up and then they put the paperwork to the judge, this case will be dismissed. Nobody will know that our American government spied on the president during his presidency. But at least we have January 6th to hold our hats on. That's that's what I'm gonna end on because I really love the outrage over it, and a lot of writers actually drag Joe Rogan under the bus as well. I like Joe Rogan. He's he's funny to me, and the show's quite entertaining. But he he got hit with a political hit job by I think Patriot Takes, who's funded by I think Midas Touch, who's also funded partly by the DNC. And a CNN article compared his usage of the N word to January 6th. And it was a dumb argument. But I read the whole thing because I like to see where people's train of thoughts go. And he's making a lot of political arguments to talk about Joe Rogan, who's not political at all. And it made me think that the only reason that he would choose these political examples is because he understands Joe Rogan's sway in the political landscape, considering these mandates for the jab have been lifted. Um, Rogan has been firmly on the side of not believing COVID is nearly as bad as the masses want us to think, which is his opinion. That I happen to agree with, but he he's been attacked with based off that, and he had two doctors on that gave a lot of good detail about how these viruses work and how the testing works. And at the end of their conversations, it makes you think, okay, maybe this is not as bad as what everyone says. Maybe we can, you know, return to normal, as they say. And he caught a lot of flack from that, from a lot of people. And then these political videos came out right after his interviews with these doctors. So most people were quite suspicious. But when I was reading that particular CNN article, he was being compared to like a whole bunch of people, like from Europe and World War I and II and all this craziness. I'm like, geez, he's not that important, but he believes that the writers I've seen that believe that Joe Rogan is such a dangerous political figure, even though he's not political at all, that they just they manufactured this hit job on him. And it makes me question, why is the media so comfortable manufacturing these attacks on people? And I think I wrote an article about it, but the problem is it's not going to work. Nobody really cares about politics at all. Matter of fact, most people are just absolutely sick of politics, and most people, you know, would love an alternative. That's why I'm not big on the political system. I think that we could be better off governing ourselves. It sounds a little bit extreme, but most people who deal with the state become worse, especially if it's not a good um, situation. You can go to DMV, wait online. You forgot one of your 6 points to drive again. You go home upset. You know, my wife has to go back to the DMV because there was a typo on changing her name. It's, it's a complete waste of time for everybody. Most people are actually just good, kind-hearted people. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to make laws to make people feel better. Like here in Jersey, when it snows, you can get a ticket if you don't, clean the snow off the top of your car. And some people think these laws are here just to make you better. But practically speaking, if you have snow on the top of your car and you're driving, you're either one, an asshole, or two, you're going to cause an accident for yourself. It just doesn't make sense. Yet, if you don't do it, you can get pulled over and ticketed for that. It's just doesn't make any sense. But I think I'm gonna head out, watch this, and trim it down a little bit. But I think it was good. Just this whole thing could have been on mute. I have no idea. I can't even hear myself. All right, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this and see how this goes. Um, am I done? Got my gun. I'm getting a lot of gun advertisements lately. I love them. Way better than what I was getting before. Um, I did that. Baby on the way. Um, talk to Kanye. Look at the trends. I just skimmed through the trends because you guys can't see what I'm seeing, so it doesn't make sense just to hold on to this. Um, yeah, yeah. Did Love Is Blind? Yeah, I think I'm done. All right, guys. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.